It's okay to be single. This is take two on this video um, because the last one went over my time limit that I wanted to be, but this video is about relationships. With that opening line, it's okay to be single. I wholeheartedly believe that. I know there's girls and boys, teens, adults, young adults, maybe even some kids out there that are really looking for something to keep them entertained and happy, and they think the relationship is that. And some of these people, they get into relationships and they experience heartbreak at its finest because they don't know what to focus on, what to do, or even what to know. Like going into your first relationship is tricky, and I know that from experience. For sure, for sure. So, I want to say that yes, you don't need a relationship to keep you happy. I've been in and out of relationships for the past like 2 years, specifically with one girl, but that's that can be a whole different story, maybe. I don't want to get into my relationships, but I think I should give some advice for sure. So, don't be ashamed if you're single and you still have your virginity, especially with what the ages are for most people that are watching my videos, my demographic. They're teenagers, young adults, maybe. It's it's not a shameful thing to have these things. I think it's more of a good thing if you do have these because it shows that you're really like not out there in a way. You're keeping to yourself and you're focusing on other things, and that's okay. Like I was searching for relationships when I was like 12, and I think that's a little too young for relationships. Um maybe high school I think should be an acceptable age. Like 14 to 18 is the ideal like first relationship age, I think. For sure. There shouldn't be if you are younger than, let's say, when you go into when you go into 14 14 for grade 9. If you're under 14, there should be more things you should be focusing on than relationships. Like I found my first girlfriend at 12, like I said, but I don't recommend it. And it's not that it's like an insanely bad thing. I just don't think it's necessary for that age. Um, but I know a lot of people that are always putting themselves out there and looking for boyfriends and girlfriends, and it's like you don't need to be in a relationship to be happy or to be cool, whatever it may be that you're seeking. I know there's people out there that just use their partner as an excuse to be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm in a relationship, like I'm fucking awesome now," or like I feel so alone, like I'm so like I need someone, and it's like, do you really need someone or do you just want someone? And I think that's like a thing that's like a life and death kind of thing, you know? That's your option, those are your choices. It's like, do you really want this person? Do you really need this person in your life? Or is it all just because you want to seem cool or you want to be happy? And I feel like that's kind of a little upsetting that people are just dating others who actually want something in a relationship just to be like, oh no, I'm like, I need a break, or I need to do this, I don't want this anymore, like, and then they do it again. Like it's something that happens a little bit too often, especially in my area. There's people that do that, and it's like, really? But um, speaking on relationships, there's all sorts of things. There's your teenage years. Um, these are where you're probably gonna start searching for love or something fun. And I want to say something. If you're in middle school or even high school, you gotta remember that it's not a full blown relationship yet. It's not like you're moving in and you're cooking dinner for each other every night and you have an apartment. Maybe you do at 18. I think that could be maybe normal. But there's other things to be focusing on for that. That's a whole other kind of subject. But these are relationships that you're kind of in for to experience your first kind of love. Maybe you'll have your first kiss, you hug, hold hands, do stuff together. Maybe you'll build a couple gingerbread houses or carve pumpkins. Um, it's like these kind of things, this kind of relationships for your teenage years are they should be learning experiences and for fun and not anything romantically and sexually like giving, I guess you could say. They should just be what you can learn from, how you can improve on it for your future. And I think that is pretty much advice for everyone who's not dating to marry, especially the given age and demographic of the people who are watching this, which I said earlier should mainly just be teens and young adults. Don't fucking go all cuckoo crazy because you found this girl that you find cute and then she just kind of doesn't really know what she's doing, right? It's like, don't go fucking all haywire on someone just because it's not like the movies, right? It's not always gonna be some sort of the Notebook love or anything like that. That's I think you're crazy if you're expecting that at like the ripe age of 16. That's cuckoo. That's cuckoo, right? um, but you'll find yourself looking for answers and searching for relationships. You'll look for stuff within these relationships. There's going to be you probably thinking about romance, like kissing. You're definitely going to think about like what that first kiss is going to be like, where it's going to be, or how is it going to be, Or maybe you already had it and you're thinking, how could it have been different? And that's okay. That's perfectly normal. And there's gonna be times where you're searching for. Hopefully, if you're hopefully you're older when you think this, but maybe you're searching for your first time. And if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But um, I don't really feel all too familiar or comfortable with this subject, but I know there's gonna be people out there who are looking for that kind of experience, and that's okay too. That's normal. There's gonna be times where you feel it, especially with especially in the teenage years. There's gonna be hormones, especially for some of the boys out there. I think more the boys than women. So I've met, anyways. There's probably women out there who are searching for that too. Don't get me wrong, but I think yeah, that's something you should worry about later on, not in your first relationship, because that could obviously ruin things and damage things more than anything. But that will definitely be something that comes to mind, at least. Maybe you don't do it, but you may have the train of thought about it. And moving on from romance and sex talk, I think your teenage years, your high school years should be kept to a minimal relationship. Um, what's the word? Um, Standard, I guess. Don't go online looking for relationship advice or how to maintain something, because there's chances, like high chances, that you'll find like these kind of textbook savvy loves, or these like kind of movie, TV, almost impossible kind of love stories and advice. Like, it'll drive you crazy because you'll put yourself living up to a standard of sorts just for your partner to be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this today. No, no, thank you. Um, and you'll find yourself looking for that that love that you see in the movies. Like, there's just TikToks all over the place that are like, why aren't boys like this anymore? Like, and they'll show like a clip of a TV show or something, and it's it's not healthy to put yourself up to that standard. And I know there's people that want that kind of love, and it's not impossible to find, but the chances are, especially within this generation, um, it's gonna be limited. That's all I have to say. It's gonna be hard to find, quite hard to find. So don't put yourself up to a standard. Don't live up to a standard. Don't make yourself go searching for something that probably won't be found. And don't make yourself, like you solo as a person, don't make yourself live up to a standard either. Don't think you have to look pretty every single day. Don't think you have to use filters to pull boys. Um, don't think you have to dress up real, quote unquote, slutty, um, to attract boys. You can dress up however you want. I'm sure if someone truly loved you, and if someone really enjoyed you, they wouldn't care what you look like, what you sound like, what you dress like. And I think that's a standard you should live to. That's the only one. Is that if someone truly loved and cared about you, they wouldn't care. And that should be the truth. What else? What else was I gonna say? There's gonna be something else about that. Shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave that off there, and if it comes back to my mind, then I'll I'll talk about it. But really, there shouldn't be more to relationships, especially at this age, than just to have fun, take cute photos maybe, and have your friends fucking just be in your comment sections and be like, "Oh, so cute. Oh, my favorite," or like just have fun with it. Don't go so far in thinking you're some sort of married couple or you're a TV show, movie kind of relationship, and that should bring me to fighting and arguing. There's times in relationships where you might find yourself on a disagreement, or there's gonna be one. It's gonna be like a kind of a one-sided relationship kind of thing, and these can be hard. These can be difficult. I know I've fought with one of my girlfriends almost every day. I don't want to get into specifics with this girl or how it is, but there's a lot of disagreements. There's a lot of fights and home problems, and there's gonna be times where you guys might put hands on each other or get mad or find yourself screaming or call like texting. Locations might be turned off if you use Snapchat. I know some people like to do that. There's gonna be do not disturbs. There's gonna be silent ringers put on, and there's gonna be times where it seems like they're ignoring you. But I want you to know that this can happen, and if it does happen, don't let it consume you. Don't let it hurt. I think speaking it out is the best way to handle this situation. There should be no reason you should put your hand on someone. This goes for both boys, women, girls, men. I don't know why I said women and men in different. That doesn't matter, but you get what I mean. There's no reason that you guys should be hitting each other or screaming at each other, scratching, biting, because of like someone sent you like a message and this your partner takes it wrong, and then you guys are screaming and fighting, and it's like I think you guys have to hear each other's sides of the stories before you start. Well, not before you start. You should never fight. I don't think that's mandatory, like at all. It's like that's not the answer. Speaking it out should always be number one, and there should be no other options. Try, speak about it, talk about it, and think about it. And if there's something that's seriously wrong, then don't stick with that person. Give them a break, or don't even think twice about it. Like if this person's like trying to hurt you, or they're begging for something and they won't back off about it, like that isn't right. That's not right at all. That should be an obvious answer. And I really think that's my biggest advice to anyone. Adults, elders, young adults, teens, kids, people who are thinking about getting into a relationship. Hope for the best, expect the worst, and if the worst is to come, don't beat yourself up about it. It's bound to happen. Whether it's the relationship's just for fun, or if it's first time learning experience, or if you're taking that step to a actual serious relationship, please just speak it out. There's no need to fight. I think that's the stupidest thing you can do. You're more um shit. I keep forgetting my words. There's more you're probably going to lose that partner more if you try fight than it is if you try talk it out. And if this person doesn't want to hear you out at all, then sucks to suck for them, man. That's their choice. That's their loss. You know, it's like fuck it. Like there's no reason you should be wasting your time on someone that doesn't even want to care or try. Right? So please, don't think it's not okay to not be in a relationship, or it's not okay if you come to a disagreement. There's lots to a relationship. Fun, serious, or sexual, romantic, however it is. There's a lot to relationships, and you can find yourself in some strange places when it comes to relationships. Okay? And talking stages, crush stages, these things, they can turn in a whole different direction randomly one day. So just enjoy it and have fun. Try not to be some crazy lunatic who's always trying to find love, or trying to be taken all the time, or trying to have sex all the time. It's not worth it. It's not cool. It's not fun. It doesn't make you look cool. It makes you a hoe, I guess. Whether you're a man or not, man hoe, fucking so be it. Like, you're not cool. You're not cool, buddy. Okay? So just really think about what you say and do before you take action on something, right? That's really it. Relationships can be tricky. So just be careful with it and have fun with it. I guess that's really all I have to say for this video. Maybe sometime down the road I'll get into my personal relationship experiences, but I think this one's more just about advice than it is about my own personal. But yeah, this is kind of what I've been floating around. When I'm talking, I can't really focus on shit. But this is what I built. Kind of lame, but it's whatever. Kept me entertained, I guess. But yeah, this is ASAP Social Club episode 2. Still don't know what to name this, but it's definitely going to be about relationships, because that's what I talked about. So, thank you for watching this one, and thank you for tuning in. I think next one might be about addictions, because I have a lot to say about those too. So thank you so much again. I love you, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy content about anything, I guess. Like, I'm gonna be talking about some serious stuff, some goofy stuff. So if that's kind of your deal and you want to hear it from the eyes of a teenager who's got like little to no experience on the real world, quote unquote, feel free to follow the podcast. Feel free to subscribe, like, notifications. It'll help a ton, and I think it might be a win-win for you. So, thank you, everyone. I'll see you next time.